evening and welcome parents and families, board members and faculty, and our beloved students of the class of 2020. Welcome to this unprecedented commencement held in an extraordinary season when we face historic challenges. But we celebrate a historic victory as we graduate these seniors who are Parrott Academy's 50th graduating class. And I couldn't wish for a finer group of students to mark this golden moment. These seniors were born in a world that had just recently been rocked by the tragedy of 9/11. As they entered high school, their communities weathered Hurricane Matthew. As juniors, they witnessed the destruction of Hurricane Florence and the subsequent flooding. And this spring, their senior spring, they faced a pandemic that has tried to separate them, but has only proven that they're joined at the heart. If you want a sense of their character, look beyond test scores and honor societies, beyond championships and awards, and listen to the words of their teachers. They're down to earth, always pushing forward to pursue their goals, a group of stellar athletes, accomplished artists, and academic rock stars. Happy, youthful, often humorous, they unite to support each other. They're a class full of grace and grit combined. Compassionate and committed, they know how to pitch in and realize that hard work pays off. Never afraid of a challenge, they are resilient. That's a word you're going to hear a whole lot tonight. The light of this class is bright, very bright, and the world they're ready to take hold of is in good and caring hands. To their incredibly dedicated teachers who have kept them challenged and growing and supported throughout this long spring and their entire school careers, they owe so much, and we should all applaud them. And to their parents and grandparents who have been their foundation of understanding and love, they owe even more, and they deserve a round of applause as well. Tonight we combine the awards of our traditional senior banquet night and our prestigious graduation awards. I realize this makes for a bit longer program, but these young scholars have persevered and sacrificed so much, and they've waited a long time to get here, so we intend to give them their full due. We will begin the program tonight by acknowledging our scholarship recipients for the class of 2020. On the inside of your program is a list of the scholarships that our seniors have received. This list is not all-inclusive and does not represent every scholarship received. Given the nature of our spring, several of our seniors continue to receive scholarships and offers well after the printing of the graduation program. When the final tally is completed, the Parrott Academy class of 2020 will have received and accepted over $500,000 in scholarships from colleges, universities, and other establishments from across the nation. Our scholarship recipients have been rewarded for academic prowess, athletic excellence, and precise skill and expertise in the areas of fine arts. Congratulations to all scholarship winners. We're extremely proud that your hard work and determination has paid off for you. The next senior recognition will be our National Merit Award winners. National Merit Certificate of Commendation recipients are recognized for their outstanding performance on the PSAT. Based on national norms, these students were among the top students in the nation and are receiving a National Merit Certificate of Commendation. I would like to recognize Rachel Alexander Lee, Allison Cristiano, Natalie Cristiano, and Selma Omer for receiving a National Merit Certificate of Commendation. Let's give these young ladies a big round of applause, please. Each spring, all Parrott Academy students take the National AP exams for their respective advanced placement courses. Based on the number of total exams they take, and the scores on each of those tests, they may receive national AP recognition. We're proud this evening to recognize seniors in 3 AP Scholar categories. 9 of our seniors have been awarded the distinction of AP Scholar with a score of 3 or higher on 3 or more AP exams on full year courses. They are Allie Grant Avery, Gabe Krell Steinbaker, Colby Jones, Sophia Melk, Mark McHale, Anna Morris, Shovik Roy Chowdhury, Abby Turner, and Richard Williams. Please give our 9 AP Scholars a round of applause. 2 of our seniors were named AP Scholars with honor. with an average score of at least 3.25 on all AP exams and a grade of 3 or higher on 4 or more of these exams. AP Scholars with Honor awards go to Emily Angel and Kyle Turek. Please join me in congratulating Emily and Kyle. Incredibly, we had 10 AP Scholars with distinction in this senior class. They had to have an average score of 3.5 or higher on all AP exams and scores of 3 or higher on 5 or more of these exams. Our AP Scholars with distinction are Rachel Alexander Lee, Allison Cristiano, Natalie Cristiano, Jackson Crocker, Baylor Merritt, Semel Omer, Lucas Owano, Alice Paul, Reagan Perry, and Lillian Warner. Please give our AP Scholars with distinction a round of applause at this time. The Cum Laude Society was organized to honor specific scholastic achievement in secondary schools. Because of the recent crisis, we were not able to hold our annual ceremony back in April, so we would like to honor our new members as well as those who were inducted last year at this time. The 5 new members of the Cum Laude Society are Jackson Crocker, Lucas Owano, Alice Paul, Kyle Turek, and Lillian Warner. These 5 new members join Rachel Alexander Lee, Emily Angel, Allison Cristiano, Natalie Cristiano, Semel Omer, and Reagan Perry, who were inducted last year. Please give a round of applause for our class of 2020 Cum Laude Society members. For the first time ever, we had a Parrott Academy student recognized by the 100 High School Students America Needs to Know, a national competition that showcases the next generation of forward-thinking entrepreneurs and student leaders. These were qualities that they quickly noticed in APA senior Mary Elizabeth Morris. Please join me in giving Mary Elizabeth a round of applause for being named to the 100 High School Students America Needs to Know. Four seniors in the class of 2020 received leadership awards for their work with our yearbook. Megan Blair, Allison Cristiano, Alex Melk, and Emily Sides will receive plaques for their outstanding contributions and dedication to the publication of the 50th edition of The Patriot, our Parrott Academy yearbook. How about a round of applause for Megan, Allison, Alex, and Emily? We will now award our senior academic medals. Bronze medals are awarded to students with a 3.8 to 4.19 weighted GPA or higher for all years of upper school at Parrott Academy. This year's bronze medalists are David Lupton, Mary Elizabeth Morris, Jinx Jenkins, Ren Outlaw, Hillary Rainey, Sarah Wada, Paige Davis, Gage Grady, Kaylin Langston, Mateus Prado, Shovik Roy Chowdhury, and Cole Grady. How about a round of applause for our bronze medalist? Silver medals are awarded to students with a 4.2 to 4.59 weighted GPA or higher for all years in upper school at Parrott Academy. 2020 silver medalists are Kareem Al-Masri, Faith Bagwell, Dan Collins, John Grice, Jordan Abebu, Colby Jones, Trey McLawhorn, Anna Morris, Jonna Tyndall, Richard Williams, Anna Avila, Vishal Bhagat, George Dismukes, Gabe Krell Steinbaker, Charlie Johnson, Josh Wada, Baylor Merritt, Mackenzie Pope, and Mallory Williams. Let's give a hand to our silver medal winners for the senior class. Gold medals are awarded to students with a 4.6 to 4.9 weighted GPA or higher for all years in upper school at Parrott Academy. This year's gold medalists are Miller Andrews, Allie Grant Avery, Sophia Melk, Lucas Owano, Gray Perry, Abby Turner, Megan Blair, Maddie Keenhold, Mark McHale, Stacia Howard, and Kyle Turek. Please give a round of applause for our gold medal winners for the class of 2020. Platinum medals are awarded to students who have a 5.0 weighted GPA or higher for all years in upper school at Parrott Academy. This year's Platinum medalists are Rachel Alexander Lee, Emily Angel, Allison Cristiano, Natalie Cristiano, Simmel Omer, and Reagan Perry. In the midst of a pandemic, online learning, and in the last semester of their senior year, we had 3 students transition from gold to platinum medal status. Again, this was accomplished during the last semester of their senior year and during a pandemic. This is another great example of the never quit attitude of this senior class. Congratulations to Alice Paul, Jackson Crocker, and Lillian Warner for making transition from gold to platinum medal status the last semester of your high school career. This is a small detail, but it's a big deal to us. How about a round of applause for all of our medal recipients? APA's North Carolina Academic Scholar Program is modeled after the North Carolina State Board of Education's North Carolina Academic Scholar Program. Students must complete 4 Englishes, 4 Maths, 4 Sciences, 4 Social Studies, 2 Foreign Languages, 1 Health and PE, and 5 electives with a 3.5 GPA or higher. For their efforts, they receive a plaque and a North Carolina Scholar insignia on their diploma. The following members of the class of 2020 were named North Carolina Academic Scholars: Rachel Alexander Lee, Kareem Al-Masri, Miller Andrews, Emily Angel, Annabelle Averett, Allie Grant Avery, Anna Avila, Faith Bagwell, Reynolds Behringer, Jonah Beeman, Vishal Bhagat, Megan Blair, Allison Cristiano, Natalie Cristiano, Dan Collins, Gabe Crail Steinbaker, Jackson Crocker, Paige Davis, George Dismukes, William Ferrier, Jan Garrettson, Cole Grady, Gage Grady, John Grice, Stecia Howard, Jordan Abebu, Jinx Jenkins, Charlie Johnson, Colby Jones, Maddie Keenhold, Kaylin Langston, David Lupton, Trey McLawhorn, Sophia Melk, Baylor Merritt, Mark McHale, Anna Morris, Mary Elizabeth Morris, Simmel Omer, Lucas Awano, Ren Outlaw, Alice Paul, Gray Perry, Reagan Perry, Mackenzie Pope, Mateus Prado, Hillary Rainey, Shovik Roy Chowdhury, Kyle Turek, Abby Turner, Jonna Tyndall, Josh Wada, Sarah Wada, Lillian Warner, Mallory Williams, Richard Williams, and Brandon Zoltek. Please join me in giving our North Carolina Academic Scholars a big hand. Leadership and service to others has been a hallmark of this outstanding class, and so it's appropriate that we begin individual senior recognition awards with the Sharon K. Brooks Community Service Award. To present this evening's first award, I'd like to ask Mr. Stephen Hill to join us and recognize a member of our class of 2020 seniors with the Sharon K. Brooks Community Service Award.
Hello, I'm Stephen Hill. I went to Parrott Academy, and so did my daughters and my grandchildren. Obviously, if you're watching this video, it means graduation is a little different this year, so I will be brief. I'm pleased to give this award in memory of my great friend and the godmother of my children who passed away 21 years ago, Sharon K. Brooks. This award is given in memory of Cher because the whole time I knew her, she was involved in one service project or another. I think that the students who are in SERV have those same values. Cher was from California, got her law degree from Berkeley, then spent 4 years working with President Jimmy Carter in the White House, and the next 22 years working for Congress. She spent most of those years working on human rights issues. Cher had a great concern for those less fortunate in their community, and she always sought ways to make their lives better. It's been said that those who have a heart for service radiate optimism, and that is certainly one true of tonight's award recipient. Tonight's recipient is an Eagle Scout and a Presidential Service Scholar. Those who know him say that he's always available at the drop of a hat to help others. He has served his neighborhood through hurricanes and served far beyond that in church mission trips and as an acolyte in church. He's also worked at Mary's Kitchen, the Pride of Kinston, the SPCA, and United Way. This young man will attend the University of North Carolina at Wilmington in the fall. The recipient of the Sharon K. Brooks Award and a check for $1,000 goes to Mr. Brandon Zoltek.
Our next award was established by a special friend and former coach at Parrott Academy, Mr. George Whitfield. His kindness led him to befriend my mom, Carolyn Bright, during the last months of her life. And he chose to celebrate her love of positive thinking, good works, and faith in humanity by honoring a Parrott senior with the Carolyn G. Bright Humanitarian Award. I'd like to ask Coach George Whitfield to step forward to present this award to a special senior.
I'm excited to be here tonight at Arendell Parrott Academy's graduation exercise and to honor a young man who will receive the Carolyn G. Bright Humanitarian Award. First, I want to say a word about Carolyn G. Bright. She's a wonderful lady who I met in the fall of 2014, and I came to find her to be a person with a generous heart that embraced each person that she ever met. She cared deeply for those less fortunate. She had a bright spirit about her even during her long sickness. She was a great school teacher for 30 years. Students I've talked to loved her very much. They said she was tough but fair, and she was a wonderful, dedicated Christian lady. And I'm so glad to say we have a wonderful, deserving young man tonight to receive this award. He is an Eagle Scout, Presidential Service Scholar, and AP Scholar with distinction. He's also a Tri-M member who shares his guitar talents in a church praise band. Whether he's on a service trip to Ecuador or serving you a scoop of ice cream at his local job, he always shows how much he cares about making everyone feel comfortable and respected and helped. As a Park semifinalist, he will attend North Carolina State University. It's an honor to give this year's Carolyn G. Bright Humanitarian Award to Jackson Crocker.
Our Most Improved Senior Award has been recently endowed by the Sutherland family to forever honor and memorialize Carol Sutherland, a wonderful friend, academic center tutor, and a longtime member of the Parrott Academy family. I'd like to ask Dr. Ike Sutherland to come forward now to present the Carol Sutherland Most Improved Senior Award.
Good evening. I'm pleased to be with the class of 2020, their parents, family, and friends, to present the Carol Sutherland Most Improved Senior Award for 2020. Carol, the award was named in Carol's memory in 2018 when she passed away due to complications from leukemia. Carol had an outstanding career in public education, spending 32 years as an English teacher, librarian, consultant for the North Carolina Department of Community Colleges in libraries. Upon her retirement, she became a contract tutor with the Academy's Academic Center and worked for nearly 15 years to help our students improve academically and to prepare themselves for college. The Most Improved Senior Award can incorporate a number of factors: character, service, athletics, the arts, all can and sometimes do play a role. However, central to the Most Improved Senior Award is one's improvement in their academic record. This is part of what the Academy is all about. In its mission, the Academy is charged with helping every student to improve themselves, but particularly in the area of academics. In this class, there is a young lady who, in the opinion of the faculty, has worked to improve herself academically from her freshman year to her senior year. An outstanding member of our Academy's girls volleyball teams and basketball teams, an interest that inspired her to enroll in the Academy's Anatomy and Sports Science class. This young lady has improved herself and worked diligently in the area of academics, such that this year she will graduate with a silver medal and will move on to UNC Wilmington for her college career. I am privileged and honored tonight to present the Carol Sutherland Most Improved Senior Award to Kaylin Langston.
The Ava Frances Kendall Scholarship was established by the Kendall family in memory of their daughter, a special patriot kindergartner who brought a little pink pixie dust into the lives of her schoolmates. The scholarship recipient must demonstrate the unquenchable spirit and genuine caring that Ava brought to every day of her life. Tonight's recipient is a class leader whose school spirit, friendliness, good character, charitable service, and enthusiasm are unmistakable. She's been a leader as president of our SGA. She's helped her peers in the art studio, and she's often been spotted reading to our kindergartners during her break and lunch. She's cheered on her Patriot teammates while earning All-State and Conference Player of the Year honors as a member of our state championship volleyball team. This fall, she will take her positive force to the College of Charleston. I'm happy to bestow the Ava Frances Kendall Scholarship for 2019-20 on Allie Grant Avery. This year, perhaps more than ever, we all recognize the importance of sound physical health and strong social bonds. At APA, more than 80% of our high school students strengthen their bodies and build skills and friendships through athletics. And it's a privilege to present 6 of these seniors the most coveted athletic awards our school offers. I'll now ask Coach Matt Beeman, our athletic director, to step to the podium to recognize these special class of 2020 senior athletes.
The first athletic award to be given today is our Academic All-Conference Award. The Academic All-Conference recipients must participate in 2 sports and must have a 3.5 GPA or higher. We have 2 APA seniors chosen as Academic All-Conference for stellar performance in both the classroom and the athletic playing field. Our female recipient has a long history of soccer success since she joined the Patriot team as a sophomore. In 2019, she was named All-Conference and All-State and was named Team MVP. Her ability to score big goals helped her team win last year's soccer state championship. This year, in addition to playing soccer, she joined the tennis team, which won the state championship this fall. Her male co-winner is a swimmer and runner, as well as an AP scholar with distinction. Both this year and last, he was the team's most outstanding swimmer. He never misses a workout and always races to the best of his ability, his coach said. In cross country, he has been the team's MVP every season since 8th grade. It was all-conference in 2017, 2018, and 2019. He also holds the school's cross-country 5K record. This year's academic all-conference winners are Annabelle Avert and Lucas Awano. We now recognize our 2 Alumni Student Athletes of the Year. The Alumni Student Athlete of the Year must excel in one sport. Both of these athletes excelled in their sports, and both will be playing at the college level next year. First is a young lady who gets fired up on the volleyball court. She is a 2-time state champion in volleyball. She not only was her team's most valuable player in 2018 and All-State, but she was named Conference Player of the Year in 2019. She will be heading to the College of Charleston next year, where she will be playing volleyball. Secondly, we have a young man who has excelled in football and baseball. He is a state champion in football. This fall, he was All-Conference and All-State honorable mention and his team's Offensive Player of the Year. Last spring, he was All-Conference and All-State in baseball and was named the team's Offensive Player of the Year. He was a player that always brought it on game day, and he brought a toughness to his team. I'm sure he'll do the same next year as he joins Barton College, where he will play football and baseball. Our two alumni student athletes of the year are Allie Grant Avery and Jonah Beeman. Next is the Pat Brock Female Athlete of the Year. The recipient of the Pat Brock Female Athlete of the Year has to excel in at least 2 sports and ideally participate at an all-state level in at least one of those. Tonight's recipient has led in the swimming pool and on the soccer field. She was given the Patriot Award in swimming this year, remaining tenacious and spirited even while hampered by injuries. A member of the varsity soccer team since the 8th grade, she has been an all-conference player, named her team's Offensive Player of the Year, and is APA's 3rd all-time leader in goals. In her 62 soccer victories as a Patriot, she has consistently shown dedication and competitiveness. Her and her soccer team reached their ultimate goal last spring as they won the 2019 Soccer State Championship. She plans to attend NC State University next fall. This year's Pat Brock Female Athlete of the Year is Megan Blair. The recipient of the Collier Hodges Male Athlete of the Year has to excel in at least 2 sports and ideally participate in an all-state level in at least one of those. The 2020 Collier Hodges Male Athlete of the Year is defined by his competitiveness. He is a state champion in football. In 2019, he was the Football Conference Player of the Year, All-Conference, All-Area, All-State, and his team's MVP. On the baseball diamond last spring, he was the team's Defensive Player of the Year, All-State, All-Conference, and Conference Player of the Year. Whether striving on a sports team or working for his church, he is well liked by all. And next year, he will make new friends and explore new places as he embarks on a 2-year church mission before he attends Brigham Young University, where he will be a member of the baseball team. The Collier Hodges Male Athlete of the Year Award is Trey McLaughlin. Thank you.
No facet of Parrott Academy's curriculum is more vibrant and growing than the fine arts, and the class of 2020 has certainly excelled in this area. I would like to ask Ms. Amanda Hort to please step forward to recognize 3 outstanding art students at this time.
Our first senior fine arts honor is presented this evening to a young man who has been a leader in the orchestra at APA since his freshman year. This year, he won 2 awards for his live music performance on viola at the North Carolina Theater Conference, and he was also selected for the American String Teachers Association All-State Orchestra. For the past 2 years, he has helped rewrite the orchestral parts for both Mary Poppins and Willy Wonka to include a viola part. His creativity, gentle leadership, sense of humor, and talent have made him an invaluable member of the Fine Arts Department. This fall, he will bring his enthusiasm and versatility to the campus of North Carolina State University. The Mary Beckman Excellence in Music Award for 2020 is proudly presented to Gabriel Crail Steinbaker. Our outstanding visual arts curriculum has produced a gallery of masterpieces by award-winning student artists over the years. Tonight, we add yet another masterpiece to our permanent school collection with this year's Art Purchase Award. The Purchase Award is given annually to a young artist whose artwork expands the scope of the APA Visual Art Program. This year's recipient has an incredible work ethic, remarkable attention to detail, and is unmatched in her technical skill. Her painting, entitled Bus Ride, not only won a silver key in the Scholastic Art Competition, but gained the highest score in the state for the North Carolina Association for Scholastic Activities Art Showcase. A National Art Honor Society member, she plans to attend Jacksonville University in the fall and will pursue a degree in art therapy. It is a pleasure to present the Art Purchase Award for 2020 to Anna Avila. On behalf of the entire Fine Arts faculty, I would like to announce the 2020 Sheila Stroud Fine Arts Award recipient. This year's Stroud Award is presented to a young woman whose gentle presence has touched every room of the Nelson Williams Fine Arts Building. She is an accomplished dancer, guitarist, and vocalist, and is a true visionary in the world of fashion and design. She is generous, hardworking, and courageous, and has a determination that make us all better for knowing her. She has the creative soul of an artist, and her bright light shines upon us all. Next year, she will attend the Savannah College of Art and Design, majoring in fashion marketing with a minor in fashion design. It is an absolute honor to present this year's Sheila Stroud Fine Arts Award to Hillary Rainey.
We will now take a brief pause from our student-centered ceremony to acknowledge the Annabelle Edwards Hobgood Distinguished Faculty Award winner for 2020. Each year, the Academy confers one of its most prestigious awards on a teacher. As I think we've all learned, especially in the last few months, no cold textbook or snazzy PowerPoint or online video lecture can equal the magic of a teacher face-to-face with a classroom of young learners. The Annabelle Edwards Hobgood Distinguished Faculty Award for this extraordinary academic year goes to an extraordinary teacher. The last few months have challenged every teacher on our faculty to be versatile. Well, our award winner tonight has that versatility combined with a remarkable consistency that his students respect. With tough standards and a no-nonsense demeanor, this leader in the classroom motivates students to complete nightly readings, endure daily quizzes, and strive for perfection on their essays. After 4 years leading the Academy's AP History students, he was able to switch to AP English without dropping the ball. Incredibly invested in the success of each student, he works through break and lunch assessing and giving feedback on their work. And his record of student success on AP exams is matched by his coaching success on the tennis court. After more than 25 years in the public school classroom, he brought to our campus a depth of knowledge and a dedication to excellence. A North Carolina High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame tennis coach, in his classroom, he cleverly serves facts and questions that make young minds stretch. It's a special honor for me to present the 2020 Annabelle Edwards Hobgood Distinguished Faculty Award to Mr. Donald Clark. As we transition from our senior banquet awards to our prestigious graduation honors, I would like to recognize our three senior speakers. From the class of 2020, Simmel Omer, Richard Williams, and Baylor Merritt will now share a few thoughts about their years at Parrott Academy with us.
Knowledge itself is almost like a tree. On the first day of kindergarten, there was a little stump needing sunlight and nourishment to grow. With each passing day at Arendell Parrott Academy, that tree has continued to prosper, each branch producing leaves that flourished like no other. However, this knowledge was bestowed upon us not only in the form of academia, but also in the form of life lessons. The first lesson is, never be afraid to fail. Since we were in kindergarten, the only thing our teachers wanted for us was our success. The harsh reality is that with success comes failure. The only difference is that at Parrott, there are people willing to pick you up, dust you off, and encourage you to try again. Making mistakes is the only way to truly learn. Our school motto is truth, honor, and initiative. And through it, we have learned to fail spectacularly, and more importantly, to take the initiative to fix our mistakes. Thus, our roots dug into the earth, even if it was more rocky than soft. The second lesson is, there is beauty in adversity. Now, this is not something that I was saying when Miss Van Fossen pulled out the music for the musical that had 5 sharps, when Miss Henderson first introduced derivatives to us, or when Miss Lewis had us dissect a frog for the first time and you could smell the putrid stench in the hallways for the next week. Yet, I now realize that these things only made us stronger as individuals. They provided us with a base for pushing ourselves past our limits, often self-imposed, in favor of something better, something larger, something that we right now can only dream of doing. Admittedly, we probably won't need to know that the derivative of 4x squared is 8x, or that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell in the future. But that struggle for knowledge, that infinite power, is one we will continue to take with us throughout our lives, our branches growing in the face of hardship, because of the hardship. The third lesson is to think and to learn for yourself. As much as I hated it when Mr. Clark would stand right in front of my desk, denying everyone the opportunity to answer his question but me, I understand now that it was only for my benefit. It was so that I could struggle, come to recognition, and then never forget. For in this way, we have been taught not so much what to think, but how to think. We have learned how to learn. The final, slightly unexpected lesson is resilience. It is no secret that this pandemic has changed our lives forever. For the past 3 months, we have been quarantined in our homes, hoping to wake up from this bad dream. Even now, we cannot have all of the pomp because of the circumstance. However, in reality, the pandemic, something that previously tried to weaken us, has only invigorated us. We switched to online learning, something that seemed impossible in the beginning, as some of our more technologically impaired teachers would tell you. We took our AP exams online, and our teachers worked with us on individual Zoom calls to reinforce course content. Now, obviously, none of this would have been possible without our amazing administration and teachers, so thank you for everything. In this way, just as the roots of our tree hold the plant firmly in the soil, we have learned to dig our feet in order to grow. We, the class of 2020, will carry all of these lessons with us as we continue our educations. All I ever needed to know, I learned at Parrott, and yet our tree of knowledge will continue to thrive for the rest of our lives.
First off, I want to say that under these hard circumstances, this is something that we as the class of 2020 and the entire Parrott family will overcome and get through together. We will all emerge from our Netflix-filled isolation ready for the next step in our lives. We as the class have gone through the hardest the world has to offer, and this is just another challenge I know we will all overcome. For the past 12 years I've spent at Parrott Academy, I've grown up in an amazing atmosphere of the school, and it has become a place where I've always called home. Except not everything has always been the same. I've experienced changes, good and bad, as any student will, but through the changes, there are some things about Parrott that have never changed. These changes have molded me in the person I am today. Change is inevitable. It is something that can happen overnight or through many years. I've gone through many changes as one of the students of APA, from the new additions to classrooms and buildings to the sad but happy retirement of teachers. The one change that symbolizes what Parrott Academy stands for is growth. Parrott Academy has consistently grown each passing year I've attended. It's not that smaller school that I once remember, but now it's formed its own community. a community built on truth, honor, and integrity, a community built on close relationships and supporting one another, a community that grows as each year passes to strive to represent what it stands for. Parrott Academy has had its fair share of changes, but there is one thing that will never change as long as it remains. Parrott Academy is not just a school, but it's a family that supports all aspects of the school. I can truly say that I've never felt a lack of support from teachers and faculty from the 12 years I've been a part of the school. Everyone wants the success of all the students when it comes to schoolwork or any extracurricular activities. The feeling that everybody knows everybody is something that I've always appreciated about the school. It has created a friendly and welcoming environment for students new or old. When coming back from the summer breaks, which is very, very, very hard, you still get a sense of welcome when starting again, especially with Mr. Pollock's fist bumps to start off your day. Everyone is glad to see everyone, and while vacation is over, that sense of family and friends is still very present. Parrott Academy has been my life for as long as I can remember. Parrott Academy has watched me grow and molded me into the person I am today. Parrott Academy has seen the ups and downs of my life, and I've learned so much from my time at Parrott Academy. Parrott Academy plants a seed of what it truly means to be a good person from the very start. And it has been a blessing to be able to attend and have attended this school, which I can call my family and friends. I don't know where I would be today if I haven't attended Parrott, and I know I wouldn't have the drive and dedication to chase after all the goals I have in my life. I have truly been blessed by the time I've spent with everyone at Parrott, and it has molded me in the best possible way. Thank you.
Good to see everybody. Glad everybody can make it out here. Nelson Mandela said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Over the last 13 years, I've seen many teachers and friends come and go. But as a whole, Parrott has held true to its traditions of excellence. While there have been many physical changes to the campus itself, the atmosphere and life of Parrott have remained mostly the same, but I suppose that's the beauty of it. There can be new buildings, new weight rooms, and new classrooms added every year, but the atmosphere and experience at a Parrott Academy will hold true. I can safely say that the educational experience one gets at Parrott is one of a kind. As one matures, Parrott also gives its students realizations about difficulties that I'd never had until my latter years here. While at times it has certainly seemed that my teachers were violating my 8th Amendment protection against cruel and unusual punishment, I now realize that for the most part at least, they were simply doing their best to prepare me for whatever tribulations the future will bring. In my 13 years at APA, I also like to think I've been changed in an uncountable number of ways. While a great many of these changes are a result of my friends and family, many have also occurred as a result of Parrott Academy. For most of my life, I believed that GPA and test scores were the only indicators of brilliance. In 7th grade, for example, I distinctly remember making a 78 on one of Miss Mack's pre-algebra tests, and I thought the world had ended. And so I studied for hours to get my average back, whereas now if I get a 78 on one of Mr. Clark's tests, I give Dan Collins a high five and continue about my day. This mistaken belief would become essentially reversed before finishing my time here. Parrott, particularly a few teachers, has taught me that true genius is not measured by the highest GPA or ACT score, but a fervor for learning and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge that is unquantifiable, not able to be simplified to a mere statistic. I can say with the utmost certainty that had I attended any other school, I would never have realized this. Parrott Academy has changed me in countless other ways as well. To name just a few, an unbelievable caffeine addiction, a superhuman tolerance for insomnia, and most importantly, 8 words that will forever be etched into mine and my fellow students' hearts and minds, spoken by our beloved teacher Donald Clark countless times. Those who fail to plan to fail. And while I personally have failed to plan far too many times to count, these words will forever live inside me and continue to shape my future. Thank you.
Thank you, Simmel, Richard, and Baylor. Great job, guys. We now move to our most prestigious academic awards at Parrott Academy, and that begins with our valedictorian, the top student in this very talented class. To give you some idea of this young person's achievement, let me point out that 21 of these 66 seniors achieved AP Scholar honors by the end of their junior year, and 38 of them are National Honor Society members, and 11 were inducted into the Cum Laude Society. But only one of them sits atop of this class. She's a young lady who thrives on academic challenge, a National Merit Commended Scholar, a Cum Laude Society member in her junior year. She's not just a survivor, but an incredible success in 10 AP classes. Not just content to master all that her teachers can give her, she knows how to bring it competitively, helping our Quiz Bowl team win back-to-back Lenoir County championships and place second in last year's Eastern Regional competition. She's also a 3-year member of our school chorus and Presidential Service Scholar. Her next stop will be on the campus of Wake Forest University in the fall. The class of 2020 valedictorian is Miss Natalie Cristiano. Our student with the second highest average in the class of 2020 is also a Cum Laude Society member and an AP Scholar in her junior year. She's also a National Merit Commended student, and she captained our winning Quiz Bowl team the past 2 years. In the words of one of her teachers, not once did she take a day off or come to class unprepared. She brings great heart and hustle to the varsity soccer team as an all-conference player and a vital member of our 2019 state championship team. She also shows the same dedication as an actress in our Patriot Player productions. She will take her inquisitive mind and exuberance for life to Davidson College next year. The class salutatorian for 2020 is Ms. Rachel Alexander Lee. For the founders of our school, nothing was more important than stimulating young minds to grow in a positive learning environment. That's why the next awards are named the Founders Cups. Each recognizes a student who not only excels academically, but has a special passion within an academic subject. The first of these is the Marion A. Parrott History Cup, named for the original visionary who nurtured Parrott Academy into existence. The History Cup is endowed by the Smith family to memorialize the life of Floyd A. Smith, who passed away this past February. Among tonight's seniors is a student whose keen interest in analyzing current and historical issues led her to take AP World History, AP U.S. History, and AP Government. She's also been involved in Science Olympiad as a student coach, plays violin in our orchestra, and was a contributing member to the 2019 state championship tennis team. As a Presidential Service Scholar, she has shared her time and talents within her church and at a local elder care facility. In the fall, she will join other Demon Deacons on the campus of Wake Forest and Winston-Salem. The Marion A. Parrott History Cup tonight goes to Allison Cristiano. Mr. Parrott's wife, Lillian, had a great love for foreign language and cultures. Each year we give a Spanish Cup and a French Cup in her honor. The Spanish Cup tonight will recognize a student who never takes a siesta in his first period Spanish 4 class. His thoughtful questions, rise and shine attitude, and true love of Spanish culture have led him to excel at Spanish research projects. He was a participant in last year's serve trip to Ecuador and a Tri-M member who loves playing guitar. Even as involved as he is in all areas of his life, he still finds time to constantly reduce his handicap as a member of APA's golf team as well. The Lillian W. Parrott Spanish Cup goes to Jackson Crocker. In French, tonight's recipient has completed 4 years of study, growing in proficiency and love for all things related to the foreign language. She has a gifted ear for the language and is always open to constructive criticism that helps her improve. She was last year's Woodman of the World History Award winner and an AP Scholar. As captain of this year's dance ensemble, she leads by example. She also has shown her compassion by working for a veterinarian, volunteering at the SPCA, and leading Boys and Girls Club classes. She moves from APA to UNC Asheville Honors College this fall. The Lillian W. Parrott Cup for French goes to Miss Abby Turner. The Robert S. Langley Science Cup recognizes a student who excels at science. Tonight, it will go to a young lady who has taken AP Chemistry and AP Biology. Known for her consistently high performance in the classroom, she was a favorite tutor for Chemistry 1 students. She is an AP Scholar with honors and a member of our Cum Laude Society. Last year, she joined the SERV trip to Ecuador and is a Presidential Service Scholar as well. She was also selected as a Rotary Youth Leader and enjoys being on our school's shooting team. She will be a Presidential Scholar at Meredith College and plans to pursue a health science career. The Robert S. Langley Science Cup is given to Emily Angel. In mathematics, we give the Joseph C. Raspberry Cup, honoring our school's founding treasurer. Our winner tonight aimed high from the start, excelling in AP statistics when she was only a sophomore. As a junior, she competed on the Math 4 team and in the Chemistry Olympiad. This year, she's branched out even more, taking and excelling in our AP Computer Science class. The Joseph C. Raspberry Cup for 2020 is given to Natalie Cristiano. The Jack Ryder English Cup tonight honors a young lady who has excelled in both AP Language and AP Lit. Her rhetorical skills and talent for literary analysis lift her far beyond the average high school reader and writer. As a 9th grader, she won the ECU Shakespeare Sonnet competition. More recently, she collaborated with an ECU professor on undergraduate research. She loves creative writing and probing current events, and she's an active volunteer, whether crocheting for the neonatal unit at Vidant Medical Center or completing other projects which have earned her the Presidential Service Scholar designation. It's a pleasure to award the W. Jack Ryder English Cup to Rachel Alexander Lee. The Alexander Mall Academic Achievement Award is the last of our major academic honors. Tonight's recipient has demonstrated all-around talent in the classroom. Her unmatched work ethic has led her to achieve on a state and regional level as a National Merit Commended Scholar and an AP Scholar with distinction. She's also a Cum Laude Society member and a Quiz Bowl standout who knows sports trivia as well as she knows history facts. As one of her teachers noted, she's open-minded and makes an effort to look at issues from multiple sides. The Alexander Mall Achievement Award goes to Allison Cristiano. Beyond these students' dazzling array of academic accomplishments, this entire class has constantly had a striving spirit, a willing heart, and a hand to help. Our next awards celebrate their character, the ethical, moral, and spiritual fabric that lies at the core of education. From its foundation, the Academy has equipped and inspired students to be good citizens. Each year, the DAR Good Citizen Award recognizes a student who exemplifies character, responsibility, and respect for others. As a member of our SERV Advisory Council, this year's recipient leads by example. Her deep involvement with her church and her county's interfaith organization has given her the opportunity to recruit others and assist with disaster relief. And for 3 years, she has worked with the Volunteer organization at Vidant Medical Center, helping to train new volunteers. In the classroom, she models respect, attentiveness, and a positive attitude, always with a smile. At her next stop, UNC Wilmington, she plans to pursue a career in a field for heroes, nursing. This year's DAR Good Citizen Award is given to Miller Andrews. Tonight we recognize another student for outstanding dedication to service. The recipient of the W. Roy Poole Community Service Award is also a leader on our SERV Advisory Board and has been a champion for honor and truth while serving on our Honor Council. She is a Cum Laude Society member and an AP Scholar with distinction. Very active in our community, she's been a Presidential Service Scholar for 4 years. She leads by example, keeping her head high while providing support for classmates in the classroom and on the fields and on the courts. A Park Scholarship alternate finalist, she will take her intellect and optimism to North Carolina State University this fall. The Poole Community Service Award recipient for 2020 is Ms. Reagan Perry. Leadership is a quality we not only recognize at Parrott Academy, we strive to nurture it. The Perry Leadership Award is given by a family that has been tremendous leaders, not only in our school community, but in Kinston and throughout Eastern North Carolina. This award tonight goes to a young man whose leadership on the football field and baseball diamond have led to numerous athletic awards. But he has also faced injury without discouragement, setting an example of resilience, there's that word again, that inspired his fellow students and coaches. This young man shows respect for faculty and staff, and this year was elected by his peers as vice president of the SGA. He's full of school spirit, and his glass is always half full, which serves to motivate those around him. It gives me great pleasure to present the Perry Leadership Award to Trey McLaughlin. We honor two beloved former APA teachers with the Jones-Wooten Teaching Award, Ms. Pauline Jones and Ms. Marjorie Wooten. Among this class of seniors, we have a young lady who excels at athletics and academics, but has a special passion for art. Her creativity and ability with various techniques are evident in the number of wonderful pieces she's done here at school, but also in her family's design and furnishings business where she has worked. Her teacher points out that she makes the art classroom a nurturing and encouraging environment. She plans to major in studio art with an aspiration of someday becoming an art teacher. The Jones-Wooten Teaching Award is given to Allie Grant Avery. Our next award is named for Ms. Jane Moore Stubbs. Tonight, it honors two students who have shown character and compassion throughout their high school years. The first packs a lot of energy into a petite package. She has taught Vacation Bible School and tutored in her church after-school program, as well as working as a lifeguard, and she's been a faithful volunteer at her local hospital. She's also a talented artist, a National Honor Society student, and a Spanish Club member, and will attend Elon University in the fall. The second young lady has devoted 3 years to tutoring at the local Boys and Girls Club, becoming a popular role model for her students. She is a Serve Advisory Council member, a Cum Laude Society member, and has traveled to Ecuador on a service mission. She's also an AP Scholar with distinction and was a member of our state championship tennis team. She'll be traveling west in the fall to become a Tar Heel at the UNC Chapel Hill. Tonight's Jane Moore Stubbs Award recipient goes to Maddie Keenhold and Lillian Warner. Each one of these seniors has made his or her mark on this school through character, through perseverance, and through a patriot spirit that is undaunted. But the Rex Smith Award recognizes one particular senior whose contributions in these areas we all look up to. A dedicated student and a dedicated athlete, she has faced challenges with fortitude and continued to support her teams in the spirit of true sportsmanship. She's a Cum Laude Society member and an AP Scholar with distinction. Very active in our Serve Society, she's been a Presidential Service Scholar for 4 years, and she's been an active and supportive member of our Honor Council. She leads others by keeping her head high, persevering through difficulty with maturity, and shining with optimism. This year, she was selected as an alternate finalist in the Park Scholarship Competition, and she'll be moving to Raleigh to join Wolfpack Nation in the fall. It gives me great pleasure to give the Rex Smith Award tonight to Reagan Perry. We now come to the last individual award for this year, the Headmaster's Award. Like the rest of her class, the recipient of the Headmaster's Award is full of patriot spirit. Like them, she's an excellent student, strong across the curriculum with AP courses in both her junior and senior years. And like her class, she knows how to work, whether on the basketball court as an SGA officer or in a summer restaurant job. But most of all, she embodies the way this group of young men and women are flexible, positive, strong, resilient, there's that word again, and determined. She walks with grace and maturity and leads with a positive energy for any task at hand. And like the rest of you, she keeps up with the beat of life, even when the music unexpectedly changes. Our Headmaster's Award for the class of 2020 goes to the co-captain of our upper school dance ensemble, who will soon become a Wahoo at the University of Virginia, Miss Stecia Howard. This concludes our graduation program for tonight, so please join me in congratulating all 66 members of the class of 2020 at Parrott Academy. Seniors, as a result of the unprecedented times that we're living in, you will forever be a part of a remarkable chapter in future history books. You transitioned to online learning, made the best of a tough situation, and finished strong. We congratulate you on your successes, but this year specifically, we congratulate you for adjusting, adapting, and persevering, all qualities that are necessary for success in life. These are all qualities that we aim to build and emphasize daily at Parrott Academy, and when faced with real-life challenges this year that required the same qualities, you didn't blink. Instead, you stood face to face with adversity and prevailed, and that gives us great confidence that you're more than prepared for the next step in life. Class of 2020, we couldn't be more proud. Congratulations.
Rachel Elizabeth Alexander Lee. Kareem G. Almasri. Miller Elizabeth Andrews. Emily Austin Angel. Annabelle Gray Averett. Alexandra Grant Avery. Anna Patricia Avila. Faith Caroline Bagwell. William Harris Barker. Windsor Reynolds Beringer Jr. Jonah Paul Beeman. Vishal Piyush Bhagat. Megan Virginia Blair. Hunter Harris Blythe. Grace Elizabeth Bridge. Allison Lee Cristiano. Natalie Grace Cristiano. Daniel Eaton Collins. Gabriel Maxwell Crail Steinbaker. Jackson Thomas Crocker. Paige Elizabeth Davis. George Marshall Dismukes. William Hayward Farrier III. Dylan Paul Faulkner. John Ian Garrett. Jan Garrettson. Cole Adam Grady. Gage Huntley Grady. John Bennett Grice. Stisha Aileen Howard. Zachary Ryan Hutzel. Jordan Ashley Chidima Ibebu. George Lee Jenkins III. Charles Ashby Johnson. Colby Alexander Jones. Emily Madison Keenhold, Kaylin Joy Langston, David Paul Lupton, Trey Hanson McLawhorn, Sophia Nicole Melk, Baylor Gerald Merritt, Mark Gabriel Mikhail, Anna Catherine Morris, Mary Elizabeth Morris, Simul Omer, Lucas Bisbee Owano, Benjamin Warren Outlaw, Alice Elizabeth Paul, Gray Bailey Perry, Reagan Elizabeth Perry, Mackenzie Ruth Pope, Mateus Faria Prado, Hillary Grace Rainey, Shovik Roy Chowdhury, Caleb Anthony Silvero Jones, James Blake Smith, Weaver Davenport Sumrall, Kyle Davis Turek, Abby Lane Turner, Jonna Caroline Tyndall, Joshua Allen Wida, Sarah Elizabeth Wada, Lillian James Warner, Mallory Ann Williams, Richard Frederick Williams III, Brandon Michael Zoltek,